Peace family. Listen, I know you want them to go, right? You want them to go along with you on this new journey, this new wave that you're on. And the more you keep on trying to force them to go, you notice that you keep getting frustrated because you are like, why don't they see past the illusions? The reason why they can't see past the illusions because where they currently are is too much of a choice for them to give that up. It's like, you know, even though you like, damn, you can't see like what you doing from that, you getting the same exact results. And they complain to you, they tell you how, their life is going. And you just like, yeah, but I'm telling you what to do. They are not ready. And I often get this analysis that it's almost like, you know, you see that they are more capable than the actor or actress that they are playing out. And every time you say, well, why don't they just do X, Y, and Z? I was able to change. Why can't they change? It's not that they can't. It's that we all have choices, right? And in this here universe, I know people say, well, God this, God that. But one of the things that God don't intercede with is free will. We all have the ability to choose. And the reason why they're not doing or they don't see past the illusions is because they still benefiting from those illusions. Although they complain and say their life is going a certain way, they are benefiting from it. If someone wants to change, guess what? You will be able to tell. If somebody say, well, I want my life to be better than what it is, they may not even have all the answers. But if somebody come along and say, you have the ability to change your life, right? Synchronicities. Let me show you how I changed my life. And if they say, well, you know what? You was lucky. You was fortunate. They're not ready. So you're doing yourself a disservice. You don't put the information out for the ones that you are trying to beat over the head to get the information. You put the information out for the ones that is ready for it. And every time you keep going back and trying to give them the information and you see that they not receptive to it. You could send someone a video and you would say, I remember, I'm going to give you guys a prime example. I remember I was listening to Kevin Tredone, okay? Your wish is your command. And Kevin Tredone, okay, with that video, with that playlist, he was talking about the elite and how he was a 33 Mason and how he was part of the elite. And one of the things he said when I was listening to that, he was saying like how things are set up. He didn't say everything, but he gave enough of information whereas though the average person, when they listen to it, is like, oh my goodness, I can change my life, right? It's so inspirational. But not only that, it does something to, your body, because you start feeling like, you know what, like there's hope. Like you start feeling inspired in spirit. So I was in a call with this person, and this person was playing music, right? And I'm listening to Kevin Tredone, you know? And I was like, you want to listen to this? You know, to this video I'm listening to? And a person just was like, nah, I'm good, right? And it's no judgment, right? It's no judgment. See, what we have to start realizing and understanding is there's a such thing as divine timing. But as long as you staying around the people, okay, and trying to make them see it from your perspective, past the illusions, as long as you stay around them, you may start thinking back into the old paradigm, the way you used to think. So oftentimes you're going to have to go and leave them for whatever time being. Because if you keep on trying to force them into seeing things your way, a few things may occur. Arguments. And you may be like, damn, I'm just, I just want to help this person. But it seems like in their mind, you trying to force them into something. Sometimes, people go as far as saying, like, well, you was able to do that, you know? Like they really feel that they incapable of doing the things, like how you changed their life. They really feel like they incapable of changing their lives. And that's okay. We all have roles to play. But don't keep on trying to force them to see past the illusions. When the time is right and when they're ready for change. Because sometimes, we all go through different things in life, right? We all go through, whatever. And what you have to understand is some people that say, I'm going to take what I'm going through and I'm going to use it to the best of my advantage. And then there's other people who say, but why me? Is it because of my skin color? Is it because of where I grew up at? Or is because of my upbringing? Victim. And this was not set up for, like, everything that's set up. It is for you to not feel like you have power. And I talk about oneness, right? Like, and when I say oneness, consciousness, right? We all collectively, like, for instance, if you watch something on television, right? And say if it's like, something that was planned, and you watch it, or a lot of people watch it, they tune into it, they feed it, they give it their energy, right? And it's like it becomes a reality. Why? Because collectively, like, if we collectively say that the dollar, okay, is money, right? Which really did something to me, because when you look up what federal note means, Federal Reserve notes, it says that it is made up of 70 something percent of cotton. and 30% of linen. And then, oftentimes we say, well, slavery, it's been gone. So my whole thing is this. Work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, people will be so inspired, right? Like, say, for instance, your loved one, you like, why they don't? And then you go away, you work on yourself, and they see how your life has changed. And in some cases, you can inspire them so much where as though they look at your life and say, you know what, I'm sick of the way they sick of the way they've been living, and they say, you know what, I'm gonna do something different, because if you did it, I know I can do it. But it's not for the ones that say, no, that ain't true, not for them. It's for the ones that want to learn, want to know, okay? That understand that something, it's just off. And they always had this feeling that something did not make sense. Right now, this is the most amazing time to be alive.